How to create a high converting landing page for your Beehive newsletter on Beehive. Alright guys, so in this video again I just want to share with you um, good landing pages, right? Bad landing pages, and how you can create a really cool high converting landing page on Beehive. So let's start this video. Alright, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown with examples on what a good landing page looks like and what a bad landing page looks like. All right. So first off, let's start with things that you don't want to do when creating a landing page for your newsletter, right? So one of the first things you don't want to do is add links, right? So what do I mean by adding links? So this means when people land on your landing page, right, you don't want to have like a YouTube icon link, links to maybe your X, to your Instagram, to your LinkedIn, to maybe your other websites, your other projects, right? You only want to keep it simple and add the option to enter their email. That's it, right? Because if you don't do that, people are going to click on YouTube or Instagram. We want to see videos, right? We want to see photos, right? We don't want to enter an email, right? So you want to make it as simple, easy as possible, right? Another thing is, don't make it hard to sign up, right? There's some newsletters that ask for your phone number, your name, your full name, your email, of course, and it's just a lot, right? You could, instead of doing that, you can use the survey form within Beehive, right? So after they give you their email, right, on survey form, ask for the name, ask for the phone number, right? Ask questions, right? That's what I do for my own local community newsletter I run in my city, right? I use the form, I use the survey form. I just and have it make dead simple, only email, right? Again, I'll show you examples on good and bad landing pages, right? Don't add navigation from your site, right? So if you have a website, right, you want to have the landing page of the subscriber page, remove, you probably hide it, right? The navigation, right? Because you don't want people to navigate away from giving you their email. So here's a bad example from my latest newsletter from today, right? So as you can see, right, this is an example of a not so good subscriber page for a newsletter, right? So this is a big TV network, right, in Canada, right? And as you can see here, they have the email, right, option, but then they have other things, right? Like, do you want to join breaking news? Do you want to get 5 things to know? Do you want to get Capital Dispatch, Nightly Brief, Canada this month, right? But then you have the nav bar here, right? You have trade war. Oh, somebody's gonna look at a trade war, right? If they're into that, right? Or watch, right? Or oh, I'm gonna click the top stories right now, and then you lose the email, right? So if I was CTV News, right, I would remove all this, right? Remove the nav bar, right? You could probably tell your designers to just hide it, right, when they're on this page, and make it as easy as possible, where when they give you their email and then you ask in the survey, do you want to get this as well, right? All right, so now what to do when creating a high converting landing page for your Beehive newsletter. First off, have a landing page as its own site, right? You don't want to, again, have this mistake like this, right? Have a single form for just the email, right? You only want to have that one option. So this single form, you only want to have this. Add images. What I mean by that, maybe you want to have on the right side, a screenshot of your newsletter inside an iPhone, right? A mock-up of the iPhone, right? Or maybe you want to have a background image of the city, right? If you were running a local community newsletter like myself, right? Want to keep it simple, easy, right? Keep the description short, right? You don't really need to have a long description of what your newsletter is, right? Just keep it really short. You'll see in examples, right? Make it dead simple so that visitors know exactly what action you want them to take, right? Here, right, this one, CTV's wanted you, of course they want you to take the email, right? Because they have they required this, right? But then they want you to check out all their other stories, right, as well. So, if I was CTV, I'll only have the email option, right? Add social proof if you have it, right? So in the bottom, right, you can quotes, right, that people say about your newsletter, right, as well. So here is an example of my own, I'm test running this in my own community, in my own local community newsletter, right? That, and it's doing pretty good. I think I have 90 residents now, or 91, I have to check, right? And so it's super simple, easy, right? I'm telling what the newsletter is about, a subsection, right? And then only email and subscribe. That's it. And then like a large image of like the city. Super simple, easy, right? And of course, I want to show you a little bit deeper into good examples, right? So let's go to my Notion doc here. So again, not so good examples, right? So CTV, as you can see here, it's just so much, right? And then you have to check, like, of course, there are big sections. So like, I would probably have like separate landing pages for every city probably, and like try to target by using cookies or something to target. I think I have another bad example here. Yeah, so like these are bigger networks, right? Like CBC is a huge network here in Canada, right? Again, they just have so much things going on, right? So, and they probably get a lot of subscribers, right? But like this is a lot, right? So these are for like the hardcore like residents, I guess, that like are fans of CBC, right? And so here's some good examples, right? That I located, right? So this one I really like, right? Is by forgot his name, but he does a really amazing job, right? When it comes to newsletters, right? So yeah, super simple, right? Easy. You could give the option to let me read first. I don't have that in my subscriber page, right? I just want them to give me their email, right? So you could do that as well. Milk Road does a really fantastic job too, right? So only email, right? And they're one of the big crypto newsletters out there. So as you can see, you're probably seeing like a pretty repeated thing, right? Design thing, right? Only emails, right? They only want your emails, right? This one has like the mock-up that I mentioned, right? Super simple. My own newsletter, right? I do have my own. It's a little bit oh no, I forgot to share the subscriber page, but yeah, super simple here as well. And of course my local newsletter, right? That you guys saw the picture right there. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out how to go ahead and set this up on beehiiv, right? Your landing pages, right? So let me switch to my local community. Oh, I have 91 now. So 91. All right, so I go to websites, right? And then from here, I get to just, so as you can see here, it's pretty decent, right? Sessions, views, so not too bad. I do need to, I guess, update this thing, right? But it's not too bad, right? Page views. Let's go to builder. All right, so as you can see here, right, this is what it looks like, right? My home page. So if I go to my home page right now, right, view draft. Let me see if I actually looks like that. View my live page. Yeah. So this is the live page, right? Again, I don't have it that like it's super simple, right? Search, subscribe. That's it. That's all I want them to do, right? And then if I switch it to a different page, you can see here I have the navbar hidden, right? Again, I don't want them to click away, right, from anything else. I just want them to give me their email, right? I have a lot of things hidden, even like small things like, you know, how this was built and everything, right? The footer, everything is hidden here, right? Again, I just want them to give me their email, and that's all you want them to do, right? So yeah, it's pretty simple, right, of how I'm running it. Now, if you're looking at like maybe having like something like Superhuman does like this, I recommend you guys go check out Shots, free tool, right? Shots SO, right? It's free tool. This is what I used before for my other newsletters, right? You could go to frames and just go to oops, mockup, sorry. And then it's been a while since I used this one. Is it frames, mockups? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And you get like have the iPhone 17, right? Take a screenshot of your newsletter, right? Paste it here, right? You get change it around with different mockups, right? And just play around with it, right? and to get something like this, right? So all they did here was probably take a screenshot, right, and then just use something like Shots SL, right, to create that mockup, right? And then if you need to collect testimonials, right, so I don't have an example right now of that. Like my own newsletter, I still need to add testimonials that I got from local residents. I used just Sanja, right? Super simple, right? And it's easy to use, so I just use this to. But yeah, it's really simple on how I create my own newsletter landing page. Now, if you guys have any questions, right, about this, you can always comment down below, and I'm checking the comment, right? And I usually reply to them like in 24 hours or less. So if again, that's it for now on how to create a high converting landing page, right, on beehiiv, right? Hopefully this helps, and yeah, I'll see you guys on next Sunday. Peace.